Alrighty, what's up? We got nerfed. Gas grenade damage down. For anybody who missed the hotfix patch notes, gas grenade lost about 37% damage. And so what does that mean for the build? For right now at least, it seems like it means we just do less damage. I don't think it's worth really changing much. It's still our highest damaging grenade skill. It still seems fine. We're just a bit weaker. So yeah, I'm gonna really quickly cover the very basics of the build for people who haven't seen it, and then kind of go over also where my character's at now post nerf, and just character in general stuff. And then I'm gonna run this T13 to show a higher tier map with a boss in it on the nerfed damage. So first up, what's the build? Gas grenade. That's our main damage. It spawns gas clouds that need to be ignited or detonated to explode. We are doing it with Birth of Fury unique boots. You can also do it with Radiant Grief unique helmet, or if you don't have either of those, you can manually do it with Flame Wall igniting an enemy. Other than that, I have Flash Grenade and Voltaic Grenade. They both basically serve the same purpose of supplementary damage and CC. Voltaic Grenade also has lightning damage, so it has a chance to shock, which can be nice. And I have a War Banner right now that I barely ever remember to place. And it's kind of slow to place, but I don't really have much of a better option on reservation, whatever. And then my other aura is Overwhelming Presence, which helps us stun enemies and also inflict like shocks on them, as well as Vitality support, Clarity support for some regen. I'm not going to go over all the specific gem links in this one, but gear-wise, gear-wise I think for everybody right now is pretty basic. You just have to get your defenses, because that's kind of all you can get, and you need to not die. You can get rarity, it's great. If not, whatever. And then for weapon, you want a grenade additional projectile implicit, which are a level 33, level 59, and level 79 base. Just whichever one's the best one you can use, and with the best rolls you can get. Just any damage is good. Fizz is probably preferable. Attack speed's pretty good, plus gem levels is pretty good, but it makes your mana cost go up. And then as far as passive tree, so I've switched my Witch Hunter setup. I was previously running double concentration with explosion. After I got some better bases with like better defense implicits, I decided to try sorcery ward. Since the concentration doesn't do a ton for just mapping. The second node does like decent, because it's like averaged out to about 22% I think more damage, even against trash mobs, but like the concentration mechanic against anything other than like a unique boss doesn't really help us. So 4 points for that was kind of whatever. I'm really liking Sorcery Ward for mapping. It gets pretty big. Like, I'm already at 1600 Sorcery Ward shield. It's like getting close to as much shield as I have health. And then Explosion helps with clear. Passive tree stuff, it's just kind of damage. Armor evasion as I can, but honestly the armor evasion nodes are all kind of weird and the notables kind of suck. So it's hard to get a lot of them. But grenade stuff, damage stuff. I got some damage against low life for fun. Cooldown stuff's really good. I needed some attribute nodes. Iron Reflexes, this is another new addition, really nice. It converts evasion rating to armor. So with all our armor evasion, like, you know, it can turn like 1,000 evasion into 1,000 armor. You don't get to double dip anymore because of the changes to how conversion works. But what it does do is, because of the change to how conversion works, no percent evasion mods apply anymore. And our flash grenade blinds us. And blind gives you 20% less evasion. So by speccing this, we're actually kind of gaining because we're losing the downside of blind, which is really nice. And then we've gone over this way, just more damage. A little bit of ailment stuff. Catalysis is pretty nice for some defense. And that's kind of it. So I think that about covers the character. Let's put in a map. I'm doing Steaming Springs. I have no idea which boss is in this map. Tier 13. And we'll just run. So because I have the one of the unique items to ignite, I can use gas grenade as a one-button skill for clear. And then I'm also just going to be tossing the other two in whenever there's like bigger packs or I'm on cooldown. I feel like I need CC, whatever it is. One thing about my damage is I'm using a level 59 weapon base right now. There's a level 79 one that exists, but it's kind of hard to get high tier maps. There's probably a ton of damage left on the table just from that alone. So all this damage can get improved really quickly with a better weapon upgrade. It's just kind of hard to get the really high level bases right now. I would say the clear I think is quite good. I don't really know exactly what everybody else's builds are looking like. This map's kind of weird because these teleporting mobs are messing with it, but a lot of packs are 1 to maybe 2 gas grenade pops to kill them on the trash mobs. And then pretty much on anything that's not like a rare mob, 1 flash grenade will stun them, or 1 Voltaic grenade will electrocute them, which is going to lock them up for like 5 seconds. Very reliably. Let's see. Oh, actually these things didn't get electrocuted. Maybe they have some res. But it's really useful when needed. Because I'm using the unique boots and not the unique helmet, I'm kind of limited on some movement speed because the boots only have 15%, whereas if I had had the unique helmet, I could get boots with higher move speed, which is something to consider. I think the helmet, if you're like on trade, is also more expensive, probably because of that exact reason. People want to be able to get the higher movement speed. But realistically, they both do just fine. A bit damage there. There was also a very real chance that I die in this map and fail it before even getting to show the boss. Sometimes mobs just do crazy damage to you. And I've been trying my best to get as much defense as I can. I'm actually in like by far the best spot I've been overall on defense right now. But I might just randomly die kind of out of nowhere at some point. It's never out of the realm of possibility. I think one thing that's nice about the clear on this, like I have the 3 different skills that I'm pressing, but it's not like other builds with multi-buttons where I have like a specific order combination to press them in. I can press whichever ones I want and it's gonna be fine. But like I have more than 1 button to press, but at the same time, they all just kind of work whenever. Which makes it pretty comfy. I did luck out, I guess, on the map rolls on this map for like kind of showing it off. This one doesn't really have any mods on it that are dangerous. There's a lot of very, very, very dangerous map mods. Vile creature. One fun thing I've figured out that I think is good, and I'm not imagining it, maybe the dodge roll gets slower, but because crossbows have like instant fire, you can shoot and then immediately dodge roll like that, and it, as far as I can tell, completely cancels out the move speed penalty when you're shooting. Like when you're attacking, right, you just temporarily walk a little bit slower, but if you do it in dodge roll, you negate that. Okay, this is the boss. I wasn't sure what boss was in this map. Don't know what attack they're doing either. Got him stunned. Unload the gas. Kind of nasty. There's not a lot of room there. Alright, we electrocuted. Probably dies before we get any more CCs. Okay, that's a little bit scary. But yeah, like I think the damage feels fine. I know there's builds doing way more single target than that right now. I'm kind of assuming most of them are also going to be getting nerfed at some point. But like if every build was around that level of power and that's like the expected amount, I feel like that kind of duration of a boss fight is pretty reasonable. I don't know how things are going to scale as we get to like really high tier shit. Right, like obviously I can still gain a lot more damage, but the bosses could potentially also get a lot more tankier. Like I feel like that feels fine, and it feels like a good fight. It's an engaging fight. It's just in raw damage, there's definitely characters doing quite a lot more than that right now. But I think this one still makes up for it with having really solid clear. And hopefully still good enough single target. Yeah, that's a build post nerf. Still plenty capable of doing the high tier maps. Even without a particularly high tier weapon. Gonna finish this one up. Probably one or two more rare mobs hiding somewhere I need to clean up. Side note, completely unrelated to the build, but I really do hope that they do something to mitigate the amount of backtracking that we have to do in these maps. When it comes to like, I missed one rare mob just barely, doing my clear all around. It does get a bit brutal, especially when you start getting like multiple maps in a row of it. Alrighty, yeah, that's the build. We nerfed, but we okay, I think. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. See ya.